You should have done this. Supposed to do this. Are these words evil? We know we're not saying that, but we're saying that they're less productive.
Hi, I'm Elitia.
And I'm Cullen, your favorite relationship coaches.
And today's topic is all about those phrases that introduce non-productive conflict into the relationship. It's probably gonna cause a fight, y'all.
Anybody that has worked with us or spent any time around us know that conflict isn't a bad word, and particularly productive conflict. But there is some non-productive conflict, and it can be introduced as simply as coming in with why? You should have done this. Supposed to do this. Are these words evil? We know we're not saying that, but we're saying that they're less productive. Remember, we're coaches. We're trying to help steer you to the most effective and the most efficient best practices.
Why is one of those words that's going to introduce that non-productive conflict. It may even lead to an argument because we believe that partners in a relationship are the most creative beings. Relationships are where you can see so much growth and evolution. But if you use all of your creativity to defend the word why or come up with a solution for the word why because your feelings are hurt, your partner asks you why when you thought you were doing something really creative,
right,
it's going to misdirect or redirect your creative juices. And so why usually introduces very sneaky defensiveness sort of tone into your relationship, and you don't even realize it's coming. But the moment your partner or even you may have said the words why, it's introducing an underlying defense mechanism that's going to go up immediately when they hear the word. And we prefer you to use your creativity for collaboration and fun versus defense mode.
Yeah.
One of the things that we like to do, and Cullen has done with me several times, instead of saying why, he will say, oh, that's interesting you did it like that. And then it'll leave a pause for me to describe why without him saying the word why I did it like that, or I would have never thought of it like that. Tell me how you came to that. And it introduces a collaborative conversation. So instead of just why, invite your partner into a conversation. That phrase, that word why, is going to give a stab that you didn't even intend.
Yeah.
Another phrase that introduces non-productive conflict, what would you say? Supposed to and shouldn't.
Oh my God. Just think about telling somebody they're supposed to or they should have done this or that. You remove all opportunity for gratitude in that statement. That's such an entitled way to approach somebody. Well, you were supposed to do that. You should have done that. Even if they were supposed to do it or should have done it, you missed a great opportunity to actually give somebody some praise, some gratitude.
Yeah.
Show them that you see them and appreciate them, you know?
Every human being's greatest need is to be seen and heard. Every human being's greatest need is to be seen and heard. And when you say phrase like supposed to and should have, you're removing that opportunity to see them. I don't care if you're saying a parent is supposed to be a good parent. Say thank you for being a good parent. It's an opportunity for gratitude. It's an opportunity for appreciation. That person will be seen and heard.
Right.
So if your partner only hears supposed to and should have, they're not going to feel seen and heard. And so we know that those phrases alone rob some precious opportunities for you to receive your partner's praise and admiration, affection even. Those two words really limit those opportunities. Another thing about should have and supposed to is they're grounded in tradition. And at Willow Works Dynamically, we define that tradition as peer pressure from the grave. When you say things like you're supposed to, or we did it like this, that's your practices from your past, and your partner doesn't necessarily have to have the same upbringing. So if they grew up in a house where they hugged and you didn't, but you are saying you're supposed to give me affection, you should know how to give me affection, that's an assumption that's going to seep into the relationship, is going to pull you apart, the companionship is going to suffer. Like, no one wants to cuddle up under someone that's should and supposing them. It actually repels you. And so we know that it's grounded in tradition. We're just inviting you to break tradition and use healthier words, because those two phrases alone will introduce conflict.
And truth be told, that falls on you. It's your responsibility to vet and know whether your partner is, the example she used, affectionate. So you can't come and say, and assume things and just put that, all of that responsibility and that burden on someone who may have never signed up for that.
And the dating realm is where you're supposed to find out if they are a match for you. But if you are in a committed relationship, that's a little bit too late to use the words should and supposed to. It's just going to introduce non-productive conflict. It's going to lead to arguments. It's going to be disconnecting. It will you'll miss opportunities to appreciate the uniqueness of that person because you are holding them to a past standard, and we're inviting you to do something creative and new for your relationship. So remove those phrases, why, should, and supposed to from your vocabulary.
And ask for what you need. Ask if that's a more direct and a less negative way to approach it, where you're not putting your partner on the defensive. Ask for what you need. I think one of the things that makes me cringe the most is when I hear people say, you a woman, you're supposed to be doing this, or you a man, you're supposed to be doing this. They're first a human. They're a sentient being that's able to make their own choices. You want to remove anything that takes away that curtails anybody's freedom, especially being Black and brown.
So if you found these tips helpful, subscribe to our newsletter and our channel. Details in the description.